Hi everyone, how are you doing today? This is Gerald of Ginger Gerald Stitcher. You can find me on Instagram at Ginger Gerald Stitcher, and I'm here for a very quick update today. It's been a really busy week this week. We had 2 snow days last week on Thursday and Friday because of Winter Storm Grayson, and then Saturday I did my Stitch With Me video and homework, which took far longer than I wanted to because I just didn't want to do it. And then, yesterday we had a 2-hour delay because of ice. So it's definitely cracking up to be a winter like we haven't had in a while. But then I had class last night until 9 o'clock, and I didn't want to be there, and it was just a very long day. So I got a couple of my books for school this year for the next 8 weeks. This is 2 of the 4 books I have to read. So you see I have a lot of reading to do. But we'll get there. Anyways, it is an interesting course this week. We're doing diversity this 8 weeks, so it's diversity in education, which is pretty interesting. So, getting to stitching. I've worked on 2 whips since last week. So I finished working on London. I didn't get to where I wanted to get, but I am pretty pleased with everything that I have done so far. So I finished filling in all of this section here. I still have the back stitch in this area to do. Excuse me. I wanted to get all the way down to the bottom of St. Paul's Cathedral, but I just was ready to put London away for now. So this is London on 18 count Black Ada, and the kit is by Thea Governor, which I believe it pronounced in the native language is I can't remember the first name now, but Gubner. Thea Governor, I believe. I could be wrong. Please correct me. I don't know. I'm trying here, people. So Thea Governor's London. This is 18 count Black Ada, stitched 1 over 1, and I am loving this. The detail between it was a really bad day, people. I cannot even think today. The contrast between the dimensions of the building is just, I don't know how they do it. But I love this. So very, very pleased with this. Going to continue working on this again here soon. But if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen that I pulled Henry back out. So I got the bug to get back to stitching on Henry. So I'm going to try to get at least 1 page done this week, in the next week or so, whenever I have time to stitch. But getting back to real quick, my day was very, very rough today. I will be having some whiskey tonight. And you can hear I just turned, my coffee pot just finished brewing, so I'm going to be having some coffee once we're done recording here. So, I've been working on Henry. I don't have him because I didn't want to take him off my Lowry, so if you want to see the progress so far, go check out my Instagram. Again, that's ginger.gerald.stitcher. And I believe all that information is at the top of my video. So, next, I was bitten by the start bug for some reason, which if you watch my Stitch With Me videos, you will know I don't really like starting things. But it was like the perfect storm over the weekend where I ended up starting 2 projects. So Friday, I intended on starting one on Thursday during my snow day, but I just didn't get to it. So I'm going to insert a picture of what it will look like here. I'm learning, Michelle. Here, this is Chatelaine's Tea House Challenge. And the reason it's called a challenge is because you can stitch the tea house, the building, in the pattern 1/1, which is the challenge, or they also provide a pattern for 2/2. Of course, because I love 1/1, I'm doing it 1/1. So here is the progress so far. This is stitched. I chose a 28 count gold sand by XG Designs. This is an even weave, so probably Lugana is my guess. I'm not sure. It's my preferred. Lugana is my preferred. So 28 count even weave, gold sands. So it's of course the gold, the yellow. There's some gray and brown. You can see it's kind of dark down here. Very, very lightly modeled, but worked perfectly for. I was originally going to go with a very dark fabric, but with the colors of the specialty threads and everything, I just didn't think it would look good. So we went. And of course I had help on my selection for this. But as you can see, I have the windows pretty much done on the tea house. That's where I started, was the window. I started in the middle. So I'm going to stitch the entire tea house, of course, 1/1, and then I'll move out towards the trees and the border. So of course, I think there's 78 colors of DMC in this pattern, which is a lot. So you can tell that's pretty much how wide the tea house is going to be, and maybe this tall. So there's going to be a lot of confetti. There already has been a lot of confetti in this piece, but I'm used to confetti. That doesn't bother me, and I'm in no hurry to finish this, even though, as you can see, it's already stitching up pretty fast. And this is just a day and a half of working on it. I worked on this piece Friday after work. Started it Friday after work. Even though we had a snow day, the teachers had to go into work. We opened up a new building, so we had to finish unpacking and getting the school ready. So I think I finished or started this Friday after work, and then I worked on it a little bit Saturday morning before I started my next start. And again, all of this stuff is on Instagram, so if you follow me there, you've already seen all this. But I think I already alluded to this in my last update, was I bought the mushroom the mushroom pattern, mushroom sampler, that from France, and this is Le Bonheur de Dame. I'm sure I butchered that, but whatever. I linked the website if you're interested in this or the smaller versions, because some of the motifs of the mushrooms you can get in a smaller kit. This is a kit from France. And of course, you know, I'm doing this along with Elena B, and Olivia B, and Michelle Mitch-Stitch, and some others are doing some of the smaller patterns that I alluded to. And here is my progress so far. And this is stitched on the 28, I believe it's a 28 count linen. And I originally said in my stitch along video it was a cream, and I'm fairly certain it's white. I don't know, maybe my lighting was just bad. I don't know why. I'm going to have to fix I don't know why I have such a crease in my fabric there. And there is my progress. So of course I started in the upper left-hand corner, because I will say this is a nice kit. It comes with DMC threads, but it was very hard to follow the beginning of where, oh, there's a needle. I found my needle I was looking for. How sweet. Anyways. It was hard to find the middle, because it says, of course, to find the middle and start there. But on the pattern, there was nowhere that it said where the middle was. So I started in the upper left-hand corner. I left myself 2 inches of margin. I'm hoping that's enough. And I got a good bit done. These leaves are stitched 1/1 half stitch and then back stitched around that, which is pretty cool. I just don't understand why there's that one lonely one right there. I might actually even think about pulling that out because I just don't know if I like the way that looks right there. But loving this so far because I love mushrooms. And if you want, you can join along with the 4 of us and others. And on Instagram, we are doing the XS Mushroom Sow. So hashtag XS Mushroom Sow. And yeah, stitch along some mushrooms. As long as it has, the only rule is as long as it has a mushroom in the pattern, you can join. So there we go. So of course I said I got struck by the start bug. I don't know why, but I did 2 starts in 2 days because I started that on Saturday. Actually for my stitch along video. So I believe I might pull my mushrooms back out for this week's stitch along video, but then we'll see how I feel on Saturday when I go to film it. Lastly, the only thing other than the mushrooms sampler that I got in the mail was a couple episodes back. I had mentioned how I was really interested in getting the Thea Governor or Thea Governor's. I feel like I'm butchering that name. I could be completely saying it right, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem right. I wanted to find the yellow gladiola on black, and I will show you maybe a picture because after that video, because I've been having a very hard time trying to track it down in Europe, America, Asia, anywhere I've looked, I cannot seem to find it. But the Obsessed Stitcher, Becky the Obsessed Stitcher, messaged me and said, hey, I have that pattern in a book. Here's the book for you to go find it on Amazon or Barnes & Noble. And I think I ended up buying it on Barnes & Noble because it might have been like, I don't know, $2 cheaper or something. It's a used book. I don't think you can buy it new anymore. But it's, oh, here's the picture of the gladiola that I wanted to find. Of course, this is on white, but all I have to do is switch it to black. So, of course, that's the one there. And they give you the thread colors for both the yellow or the red in this book. And this book is The Secret Garden in Cross Stitch. 21 exquisite floral designs in cross stitch by Thea Governor. And if you're interested in a flip through, be on the lookout for my next Thea Governor video. I will do a flip through of this book in that video. So there you go. That is my only purchase other than the mushroom sampler. And my plans this week are to continue working on Henry. I would like to get that page done as soon as possible because I'm on a mission to finish the 17 pages I have left before the end of the year. I don't know, Michelle. I don't think I'm going to get it done before the retreat in October. We will see. I don't know how much time I will have and how burned out I will get by all of that confetti. Because now I have 2 confetti heavy pieces, my chatelaine and my Heaven and Earth design. So, with that being said, I'm going to go and drink my coffee and stitch because I haven't gotten to stitch in the last 2 days. So, have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful week. If you're experiencing all of this, oh, we're finally going to have a warm-up tomorrow. Thursday is going to be 60 degrees here in the, at least in New Jersey. So have a great week, and I will see you on Saturday for my stitch along. Happy stitching.